Welcome back to the channel. My name is Melanie and I am super jazzed to be here as always. Welcome back to the Pagan Plan With Me series. 'Tis March. I'm going to share my March spread with you. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I've got the heater blasting. I just got in from outside, and even though it's March and it's the first month of spring, it is still extremely cold where I live. So, what can you do? Sorry for missing my February Pagan Plan with me. I did include some brief footage of it of my last Chit Chat and Chai if you guys want to check that out so that you can see my Pagan Plan with me for the month of February. I also explained in that video that I got new camera equipment and I totally botched filming that video. All of the exposure was like insane. I have slowly gotten better at filming with my new camera gear. Hopefully this looks better than it has in the past. Anyway, as you may know, if you have watched my Pagan Plan With Me series before, I do all of my bullet journaling in accordance with the seasons. This means I will also be releasing a video this month all about setting up my spring spreads, and that is going to include getting my plant log for my garden and some homesteading projects all in order and ready to go for this coming growing season. I'll link up here to my winter spreads. No, up here? I don't know. I'll link in the cards to my winter spread so you can see what it's all about. So if you are into spring and gardening and homesteading, by all means hit that subscribe button so you can check out that video when it goes live later on in March. I have nothing else to say. Let's head over to the desk and take a look. All right, March 2022, here we go. I chose foxes. I found these foxes on Pinterest. I didn't copy them exactly. They're in different positions, and I am not as artistically talented as some graphic designer is on Pinterest, so they're a little bit more organic looking, but I am really happy with my fox choice. I wanted to carry in some fox, mischievous, playful energy into these spring months, so that's why I'm starting off March with the fox archetype. I've struggled a little bit over this winter with viewing things I have to get done as very arduous and hard and not full of fun, joy, and play. So I'm trying to switch my perspective and my paradigm around things that I have to do and finding the fun in those activities regardless. Of course, that is something that is way easier said than done. However, I am excited that this is the message behind my March theme. Equipment-wise, it's a pretty straightforward list. I use orange pencil crayons. I use my Tombow markers for a few different types of green and some red for the foliage. And I use my black fine liner pen set as well. I have not used pencil crayon like this since my grade 10 social studies class when we were forcefully made to color in a bunch of maps with pencil crayon. So it's taken me, 10, 12, 13 years to get back on the pencil crayon train. However, I think I'm finally coming to terms with them again. I've stuck with the vertical calendar layout for March. I really enjoy this kind of list format. I take my orange pencil crayon and I mark off the weekends. This just helps me to quickly identify where I am and what I'm doing on what day. It's been really useful so far, and I'm going to stick with it. I think my favorite fox out of all the foxes I ended up drawing in this spread would be the stretching fox in the top left, because that really embodies what spring feels like to me. feel like I'm shaking off the dust and the sleepiness of winter, and I'm getting ready to frolic or something. We are on to my magical morning routine tracker. In previous months, I was trying to track doing a morning routine that included several activities. In February, I tried switching that up because I wasn't feeling very successful with that approach. So I started to track individual activities like journaling or art journaling or stretching, and I required doing 2 of those things in order to consider my morning routine a success. So I'm going to be doing that again in March. I number 1 through 31, and then I have a few slots for the different types of activities that I like to incorporate into some type of morning routine. I can do any type of combination of these activities as long as I achieve 2. That system really worked out well for me in the morning routine department for February. It gave me freedom of choice in the moment and allowed me to do different activities that served me in different ways. Now I'm using the different green Tombow felt markers to create some kind of foliage here for my sleepy little fox. I try to associate my monthly spread and my themes with the energy of the season that they are in, and while March is the beginning of spring, we still have 3-4 feet of snow on the ground here, and it is just the very beginning of spring. So while I had to fight the urge to include a bunch of obnoxiously bright and beautiful flowers, I did want to incorporate some green and hint at the approaching springtime. Of course, to bring in that playful and joyful energy, I included a Mary Poppins quote, "Find the fun and snap, the job's a game." I think if I could approach most tasks in my life with this type of energy, I'd be doing all right. So we're gonna be bringing that into March. Other than that, we have an area for notes, and my main monthly spread is complete. We are moving on to my weeklies. I am sticking with 1 week per page, an area for some notes, and then a rolling task list. Using a rolling task list was difficult at first. I had to get used to the idea of just writing a long to-do list and assigning days of the week later on, kind of. So in December, January, and February, it was a little bit of a struggle, but coming into March, I'm feeling pretty good about them. I enjoy using them, and it's a more realistic way for me to properly track how I'm completing events, and allows a little bit more freedom when it comes to writing down things I want to accomplish without knowing specific days they need to be accomplished by. I find myself using the rolling task list for a lot of video projects, as well as projects here on the property. I put things on there that I know I need to get done, I just don't know when I'm gonna do them. So it's been working so far. It was a learning curve at the beginning, but I've been enjoying it. So I would highly recommend giving it a go if you've not tried. I separate my page with some foliage, have a cute fox on the bottom with my area for some notes, and that's about it for the first week. I love using this type of foliage to separate and divide spreads. It is very easy and doesn't require a lot of skill, so I find it an approachable addition to most spreads. I forgot how much pencil crayon will erase when you erase over top of it. So I had to play around with that again during this spread setup, and you'll see me going back over foxes that I have already colored in order to darken back up the orange, as well as color in over top of the days of the week to make sure the color actually sticks, because I tend to erase it away. Sleepy Fox, I think, is going to be just my totem animal for a while here. I've started to really enjoy having separate areas in my spreads for notes. I don't like writing down notes in the days of the week, so I've found it helpful designating a specific area for notes. It allows me to brain dump, essentially, things that kind of collect over the week. I also put things like phone numbers and shopping lists in that area. It lets me keep messy notes semi-organized. Work hard, play hard. Again, I'm bringing in that joyful, active service type energy here. I want to spend my life doing things that fill me up with joy, and I have to work and make money and complete projects. So having that energy and that approach to the spring months here is my goal. I want to feel reinvigorated in my work and to make it joyful, because that's important. Dare I say, I want to turn work into fun and play and just switch the whole paradigm around that dynamic. So work hard, play hard is just a gentle reminder to bring joy into every situation I am in. While all of my weekly spreads are relatively the same, they have the days of the week, an area for notes, and my rolling task list, I do like playing around with the placement on the page. I love this playful, sneaky little fox. I feel like it's popping out of the foliage in the corner, and it is extremely cute. I would highly recommend incorporating foxes into your life somehow. They're cute, and they're a weird combination between dogs and cats. They also make insane noises. If you have never heard the noises a fox makes, look it up on YouTube. It's crazy. For those of you who have been following my Pagan Plan With Me series, you know that I divide my bullet journal up into the seasons, which means March symbolizes the first month in the 3 seasons that fall in spring. I will be releasing a video later on about my spring page setups, and I will be including a little bit of a walkthrough on how I set up my plant log for the coming growing season. I am an avid gardener, and I have a lot of big plans for the coming season, so my spring pages and layout are very important to my coming growing season success. And the last few days in March. I usually try to avoid finishing a month and my rolling weeklies on the left-hand side so I don't have an extra page on the right. However, I'm sure I can come up with a cute kind of cover photo or drawing or quote for the month of April. It's just the way the cookie crumbled this time. I wanted to include a little thank you March for all of the lessons, the time, the experiences, and the learning, with a mischievous little fox sitting right on top. This playful energy, this mischievous, fun-finding, joy-creating archetype that I'm trying to bring into March and the rest of the spring months is really resonating with me. I'm really excited about moving forward. I feel like I have a lot of ideas and dreams and hopes for the coming growing seasons and the projects we have here on the homestead. So this entire March spread really puts that on paper for me. Here we have it, the completed March spread. I'm so psyched on those little foxes. I have not been super up on my cartoon drawing-esque game in the past, and over the last month I have started to just get back into sketching a little bit more, so it was fun to do a little bit of an animated cartoon-esque version of the fox. Winter can be really hard, especially if you live somewhere like I do, where we get full-on winter, which means there's 4 feet of snow out there still. And I'm excited for the energy and the vibrance and the refresh that comes with spring. I am very excited to work with and integrate that energy and archetype of the fox. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and got some inspiration or ideas out of it. If you are someone who imbues their journal with some intention or archetypal insights, let me know in the comments below. I find it serves me really well and has been of huge assistance to me in my life. If you have not given it a go, I would highly recommend. As always, my friends, may the force be with you. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you all back here very shortly with another video. Bye-bye for now.